Also take another Google message from one of our guests of honor, an ex-member of the New Zealand Assembly, who represented the Ezaki State constituency, Right Honorable Chima Obieze, Deacon Abalizu. Please make him welcome with a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. I understand that most of the guests are tired from listening, so I'm going to keep it very brief. His Royal Highness, members of the High Table, I would crave your indulgence to stand on the already established protocol. As a young lawyer, I appeared in court one day, and my opposing counsel, he was so good with his argument that when I was called upon to present my own argument, I was tempted to say I concur in toto. But it took me another prompting for me to realize that I was in the opposing side, and therefore, as beautiful as what he has said may appear, I must ensure that I begin to dismantle it. What I'm trying to say is that the guest speaker to this event, Chief or Mr. Ike Deliago, has done justice to the topic, and therefore I do not understand what anyone may want to say to add to the issue of post-subsidy economy in Nigeria, except of course to remind us that it was the subsidy removal, or what we call downstream regulation, was our New Year gift from President Goodluck Jonathan in 2012. We had just entered the new year. It was on the 2nd of January that the government of Jonathan announced the deregulation of the downstream sector of oil. That is what we call subsidy removal. And all hell was let loose in Nigeria. And of course, that is when we started what we call the Occupy Nigeria protest. However, that protest had all the inklings of a sponsored protest. It was the first time you would see people protesting with a well-garnished jollof rice. It was the first time you would see labor leaders protesting with a well-decorated uniform. And you wonder, does Labour have this much money to plan such beautiful protests? It was a protest that had all the celebrities in Nigeria being part of it. What was obvious was that some persons wanted to ensure that the new administration failed. They painted the issue of subsidy removal as being anti-people. Something that today, the people that sponsored those protests, the Save Nigeria group, the Pastor Tunde Bakare, the Oleso Inca, and all whatnot, are the people who are proponents that subsidy must be removed today. Remember that when Jonathan removed subsidy, fuel went from about 90 naira to 145 naira. But today, fuel has gone from about 250 naira to 700 naira per liter. The difference is very, very clear. But let me come to section 14. That is the chapter 2 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. It talked about the purpose of government. What is the mandate of government? It says the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government. Now, I am not against deregulation. I am not against subsidy removal. But I am inclined to charge the government in making policies. It doesn't matter whether this policy will be good in the long run, to consider the immediate plight of the common man in the making of these policies. I don't know about you, Sorry. I don't know about you, but I think I'm tired with palliatives of bags of rice and tin tomatoes. Are you not tired? Yeah, I am. I am a politician. So I am a politician. When we do campaign, we share this rights. I can't change it. It was the practice before I even came on board. But I have continued to say that this is not what this nation needs. The palliative that we are getting from the federal government now for removing subsidy is the sharing of 10 kg bag of rice. It is something that a family of 5 will finish in 2 days, in 2 servings. Therefore, I propose that we give our people what is the true palliative, and it is good governance. It is knowing that you cannot pay civil servants 30,000 naira as minimum wage. That is the palliative that we need. Because if we don't, we are setting the civil servants up to steal, to collect bribe. There's a lady, a white lady that called herself Niger wife on social media. 2 days ago, she was complaining that she went to the immigration to renew her passport or her residency, and she was being dribbled from one table to the other, and that she understands that they want her to bring money, and she doesn't want to bring the money, so they dribble her from morning till night, and she has been there for 3 days. And I say, this is the result of corruption. When you pay a provider, a family provider, a man with 2 or 3 children, when you pay him 30,000 or 40,000 or 50,000, that is the amount for 1 bag of rice, and you pay it to him as minimum wage, and his children must feed. The man resorts to asking those who has come to his table for services to tell them anything for the boys. The Nigerian system has not worked. The minimum wage for our workers must be increased. Job opportunities must be created. Young graduates must begin to receive stipends before they get employed. This is the palliative that we want. And I believe that if the government hearken to these palliatives, other than the provision of bags of rice and cartons of indomie and tin tomatoes, I believe we will do better. So, thank you for listening. And Ike Neliako, I think I'm going to come to his table for some lectures on this issue of subsidy. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you. Right Honorable Chima Obieze.